What is the single most important climate action an individual can take? My answer to that question might surprise you. The most important thing an individual can do has nothing to do with our personal carbon footprint. Now, don't get me wrong. There are many things that each of us can and should do to reduce our personal carbon footprint, and I've done many of them myself. But I know that in order to catalyze the societal changes that we need to tackle this problem at scale, our individual footprints are not enough. As Bill McKibben says, the most important thing an individual can do right now is not be such an individual. What does he mean by that? The big societal changes that we have seen in the past have not occurred because of individual lifestyle choices. They have occurred because individuals use their voices to advocate for change. So when we look to the social science of how an individual can be most effective in climate action, the number one answer is something that is so simple and so obvious, it seems like, that we aren't doing it. 2/3 of people in the US are worried about climate change, but only 1/3 even hear about anybody else talking about climate change once in a while. If we don't talk about it, why would we care? And if we don't care, why would we do anything about it? So the first thing that each of us can do is use our voice to talk about why it matters and what solutions look like. Then number 2, we can use our voice at work or at school to help catalyze change. We can join a climate action group to help magnify the impact of our voice. We can use our money to talk, where we bank, the credit cards we use, where we put our retirement. All sends a powerful message. We can talk to our elected officials. Did you know that elected officials systematically underestimate how concerned their constituents are about climate change? And the number one reason for that is because they don't hear from them. And then lastly, we can absolutely take sensible steps to reduce our personal carbon footprint. How we get our electricity, how we travel, what we eat. There's phenomenal carbon calculators you can use to calculate your family's carbon footprint, and they'll give you great suggestions on what you can do to reduce yours. But don't stop there. Make your changes contagious by talking about them. Share with people the great plant-based recipe that you just tried, or how much money you're saving by having a plug-in car or taking public transportation, or the fact that you had a great family vacation that didn't require getting on an airplane. Share what you're doing and make that change contagious. We can't fix climate change alone, but I am absolutely convinced that we can together. And that climate action begins with a conversation today.